Into a stand mixer's bowl, weigh out sugar, eggs, and salt. Mix in any lumps of sugar with your spatula. Start your mixer and tear another bowl with the sieve to weigh dry ingredients. This makes easier to sieve twice. While whisking the eggs on a stand mixer, sift the dry ingredients once. And mix them thoroughly. Whisk the eggs till the ribbon stage. Fluffy and pale all throughout the batter, and no sugar syrup sticking on the bottom of the bowl. If so, scrape and whisk some more. Fold in the dry ingredients in two. Sift the second turn. And carefully scrape from the bottom to upwards, not pressing the batter downwards. Mixing in the ingredients this way, which is called folding in, allows minimizing losing air in the batter. Fold in the rest of the dry ingredients with the same method. Stop mixing as soon as you don't see any dry flour, making sure you check the bottom of your bowl. Prepare a baking tray with the parchment paper and fill your piping bag with the batter. Try not to touch your batter too much here as well. Cut the tip off to your desired size. When piping, put folded sides perpendicular to the surface so you could pipe the biscuits with more height. Pipe them to a size that will fit in your mold or bowl later on. This is one of the advantages you get when you bake the cookies yourself. Using a fine sieve, sprinkle icing sugar sufficiently. Bake in 170 Celsius preheated oven for 8 to 9 minutes. Prepare your coffee a bit stronger than your taste, around 110 milliliters, and set aside to chill. Separate the egg yolks and bain-marie with vanilla and sugar. I'm using ordinary bowl here, but you need to whisk this in a stand mixer afterwards, so please use a machine bowl. In another bowl, weigh cream and mascarpone cheese and mix them well without lumps. Put vanilla in the yolk mixture. And weigh sugar and whisk in lightly. In a pot, prepare water to a level that does not touch the bottom of your mixing bowl and bain-marie until 60 to 70 Celsius, whisking continuously. Even if you get sore arms, continue whisking so the yolk temperature can rise evenly throughout the batter, which would prevent it getting cooked or scrambled. It might have been the camera in front of me. I had to put this straight onto my stand mixer and whisk until it's chilled and fluffy, but I omitted the whole stage. Yes, the temperature should be between 60 to 70 Celsius, but no, you don't have to do that. Just put it on the stand mixer straight, please. Whisk the mascarpone and cream to a stiff peak. Thanks to mascarpone, it will come out quite fast, so be careful it doesn't split. Fold in the mascarpone mixture into aerated yolk mixture in 2. Mine is not mixing in well since I forgot to whisk my yolk batter enough. When this happens, just mix it well with the hand mixer. Break all the lumps and whip it up until the cream gets somewhat stiff. But really, it takes a lot longer. Now prepare a bowl or container to assemble tiramisu and a wide and shallow bowl for dipping biscuits in coffee. Pour the coffee in the bowl. Spread a dollop of cream on the bottom. For the ladyfingers, they should be evenly golden brown and have some height, and when you break it, they should have a bit dry looking sponge in the middle with brown outline. Such biscuits would hold much coffee and still maintain sponge cake-like texture after assembled. When dipping the ladyfingers in coffee, dip them for a shorter time if you prefer crunchy texture, and longer time for softer mushy texture. Personally, I prefer dipping them until outer shell softens, but the middle part still hard, so I could enjoy both enough coffee flavor and sponge-like texture after the chilling process. Spread half of the cream on the biscuits. Repeat the process to dip and lay out the biscuits. and then cover with the rest of the cream and level out. Cover tight with cling film and chill in fridge for more than 6 hours. Sprinkle cocoa powder just before you serve, and you could feel the velvety, cozy texture when you put it in your mouth. It emphasizes the overall softness of the dessert by giving a contrast with the bitter taste notes from cacao and coffee. But if you can't bear the cough from the powder, you can sprinkle it before the chilling process so the powder can get wet from the moisture of the cream, or finish it with grated dark chocolate instead of using powder. To serve, cut it first with the knife by desired size, and then scoop it out with the large spoon or spatula. Tiramisu is an Italian dessert which has a literal meaning of pull me up or cheer me up. The traditional version composes of the finger-shaped biscuits called ladyfingers or savoiardi, soft yet mouth-filling cream with mascarpone cheese and egg yolks, and somewhat refreshing bitter notes from coffee and cocoa. Since the dessert got widely renowned, it's been tweaked in various ways as well. For those who prefer softer and lighter sponges, replace ladyfingers to a thin layer of sponge cake. Some others change coffee to teas, and some put seasonal fruits in cream. Moreover, some people use the mascarpone and coffee combination, making different confectionaries, and call it the tiramisu flavor. The recipe introduced in this video serves 4 to 8 persons, and it is recommended to consume within 3 days. Also, it freezes like a luxurious ice cream, so I recommend putting a bit aside in an airtight container to freeze before you try. Mellow, but abundantly fulfilling cheerful dessert, tiramisu. Enjoy!